Shang's account has fallen. They do! Thank God. Exactly. They should. Sometimes the game is just like, nah. Oh, shut up, Tolan. Stop telling me to go places. It's weird. Hey, Guardian. Come over here to this weird rock. Why can't you just tell me here? No, it has to be over here. Why does it look like my frame rate is dropping? What the hell's going on? Oh, because I was tabbed out. Okay. Treasure.
Will you be prepared? Or will you be boring?
Oh, it's a Fisher Knight. Come here. I'm gonna kill you. What are you gonna give me? What you gonna give me? Nothing. Give me some boots. No, language, sir. There you go. That's much better. Ooh, 835. Armor drop, not what I'm at. How did you just make a 10 level plate drop?
Will you be prepared? Or will you be...
I mean, am I if I have 1,000 Crucible tokens? Oh, I knew hoarding them would have come in handy.
There's nothing left.
Yay! Open this treasure chest. It has 3 runes on it. Oh! Figured it out! There's 2 runes in this room. there are runes in the room. I think you just have to shoot them in the order that it's on the chest. Okay, so where's the third one? Alright, well, I found 2 of the runes to shoot. I don't know where the third one is. So I shot the wrong rune and a guard appeared. So if you don't shoot them in order, it's gonna fuck up and try to get you killed. I feel like it's supposed to be right here. Oh. Is this it? No, this is... Fuck you, Hive. You fucking putting your dinner bowl on top of our space station building. Bunch of fucking weirdos. I'm on top of this little space station hub, like, research post. And at the very tip top, there's just, like, one of their ritual bowls. Right? Bunch of fucking weirdos. I'ma eat up here. It's like, bitch, get the fuck off our shit. Where's this last room? But you only have a certain amount of time to decrypt the chest, because the chest just fucking disappeared on me. That's upsetting.
I shall be your Virgil once again.
Shut up, Dolan. You're not gonna be my Virgil again. Sometimes you lead me to my death. It's fucked up. The echelon is online.
Where did it go?
And another chest. It's that symbol first. Okay. Then the line one. And then the letter A. Which I don't see anywhere. Did they do this on purpose? I keep only finding 2 of the 3 symbols to unlock the chest. I can't fucking find the last. Nope. That was the second one.
It's right behind me. I can feel it. This is no mere machine. A machine could not hunt us so ruthlessly.
all Guardians in the sector. Sensors have picked up a warsat in a decaying orbit. It's too valuable to be left undefended. Get it home.
Where? Cleanse the essence of fear. Shoot. And the chest dropped me the essence of vanity. Ooh. Checking now. The essence of... and I'm now up to 29 quests. So good, things are not disappearing. Essence of Vanity gives me the Tranquility Sniper Rifle. I got it from a public event. Tranquility, the sniper rifle. Now let's see if it's the same thing. Complete activities, get sniper rifle kills, and the Horned Wreath from Chamber of Night. Okay. It's in the basement. I sort of remember. You're good. I wonder how many other weapons there are.
They are all incessant, no matter the length to which I ignore.
Ooh, this one dropped at 847. Dreambane plate.
In the end, I spent more years with the Hive than with the Guardians I fought beside.
I don't like that it doesn't show the lock on my locked items without having to hover over them.
You get used to the pain.
The Titan looks weird. My chest piece is an old space backpack.
This is madness. Veltarlo does not
Too
deserve
funny.
this false remembrance. They took my light. I took their eyes.
Unlock seasonal artifact by reaching season rank 7. Ooh, how close am I to that?
Simply a distraction to ignore.
I'm also at 6. Almost there. Woo! The real thing I want to know is, like, let's say I grab one of these rewards. If I sign it, like, change character, am I still able to grab the armor drop, like the random armor drop rewards? Oh, fuck. See, that's a rough decision. It's like, do I want random drop on this character or guaranteed this drop on this
I wonder
character?
if the light of Omar Aga still feeds the hive's folly. In the end, I spent more years with the hive than with the
Oh,
guardians
defeated
on
all of it.
the side.
Completed the hive one. I just need to defeat more fallen. $57 out of 100. I'm almost done. Okay. Boy. Hey, Jonathan. Stop. If you haven't played any Kingdom Hearts games, they're pretty good. The collection, I think, is on sale, or was just on sale for the PlayStation. If you were ever interested in looking into those. Or don't, because it's weird. It's also incomplete. It's not finished. There's a lot more than just 3 games. But how are you doing today? It's good. I'm doing well. Playing this new DLC. It had shut down for 2-3 hours right around the time that I hopped off, so I was really lucky. Made dinner, took a nap, came back, and I was just like, oh, game is stabilized and more people are playing now, so that's good. Oh my god, I still can't beat these. These guys are still super high level. Oh, nice. I try to stream pretty much anytime I'm online and playing games, because it's just like, if I'm not streaming, I'm not really gonna get to just hang out and talk to anybody, but like if I'm playing games, I might as well stream and see who stops by and what cool things we can all talk about. So yeah, if you ever see me online, like 90% of the time I'll probably stream. Damn, GTA Online is doing well, that's good. It's always looked cool, but it's one of those things where, unless all my friends were hopping into it too, I wouldn't want to get into it. But my brother really enjoys it a lot. He plays it on, I think the 360? That doesn't sound right. He plays it on the Xbox One. I don't know if he still plays it, but he was really into it when it first came out. Ah, I'm stuck in a rock. Oh, it's gonna kill me. That's nice. So in GTA, what is the, like, your most favorite thing that's unique in that game? Or is it more for like the general experience? Oh, I caught that with my chest. What's a car meet? Is that just like showing off like all of the different model cars that you've collected in the game so far, and then like how you've uniquely like tricked them out, or? Ooh, that's a new helmet. 835. I like what that looks like. This is ridiculous looking. I like it. Oh, I'm dying. Very strip, 2 burnouts and downs. Nice. It sounds like good fun. Like wholesome, like quality content. Fun. It's pretty cool. What's your, of your car collection, which one is the favorite one? Fucking sniper shanks? Get out of here. Depends. Gotcha. Oh. Oh, that's funny. Are the cars not just labeled as the actual like counterparts in the game? Like why are they named differently? Or is that more of like a copyright issue? Or not copyright, but I guess like a licensing issue? If you don't have like a license to throw in like a Lamborghini in the game. Oh. The heavy inspiration from real life first. Alright, that makes sense. I don't really know why that would confuse anyone. I feel like even though you see that the in-game cars are named differently for legal reasons, that people would still refer to them as the real life counterparts. It'd be weird to look at some cars and be like, oh, that's XYZ game name, and it's like, isn't that this? Why wouldn't I just call it the car that it actually is? Oh, please stop zapping me. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Oh. wonder if that's actually counting towards my bounties. Doesn't look like it is. Finishers and nightmare hunts. Find this and dispel the nightmares within. Nightmare and Ion. Nightmare hunts with fusion rifles. I've been killing enemies and a nightmare hunt with fusion rifles. This is confusing. Maybe this doesn't count as a nightmare hunt. I did for a bit when the demo came out. But I don't know, I never really got into it. I think it plays really smoothly, it's just I'm really bad at it. Ooh, there are so many enemies coming to get me. If this doesn't give me a 1 when I kill him with the fusion rifle, I'm gonna be upset. Whoa, my mistake, I shouldn't have been up there. Oh, I'm out of ammo, so we won't find out anyway. Oh! Stabbing the crap out of me. Die to me already. Yay, we did it. Alright, go away, spooky ghost. This is my treasure chest. Go get your own. Oh, sweet moon lore. I guess it wants me to hop back to where I started. No, thank you. What's this way? Nothing, because it's locked. That looks weird. I have never played Dirty Bomb. I've never even heard of it. Free to play FPS game on Steam, right? I will take a look real quick. Because I do like free to play games. Is it similar to CSGO? Sith, they have cooler equipment. That's a good answer. I do like the style the Sith incorporates. But honestly, it's also just weird that... I mean, there probably is in the books, but I would love to see more story or like a push where it's just like there should be a balance between light and dark side. Because like there's so much you can do with the different types of force powers, and it's weird that it's just like, nah. You can't do dark side stuff. So like, there has to be a way of accessing those types of powers without like breaking moral codes against things. I don't know. But maybe there's not. Maybe that's just how that's ingrained in that part of the universe. Okay, let's try a fusion rifle again because it says on nightmare hunts. It says I'm hunting a nightmare in this area. So, by rule of thumb, that means if I kill things here with a fusion rifle, it should count. Towards the thing that I needed to count as. Yes and no. Choose people with different abilities. Oh, gotcha. I've never played CSGO, it's just seen a lot of gameplay for it, and it looks similar. Did my friend change clans? Rude! Is it looking at missions? Is it giving me fusion rifle kills? It's not! Yay! I don't really understand what I'm supposed to be doing with this thing then. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Well, that was kind of it. Okay. And they got rid of the ceiling thing that used to be here. I take it that didn't count? Nope, that didn't count either. That's really confusing. You've played both. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I probably will never play CSGO because I'm not interested in spending money on it. But I will definitely take a look into Dirty Bomb once I've gone through all of my game logs. Alright, Lectern, grant me a new piece of cleansed equipment. Sweet. 853.
Spent more years with the Hive than with the Guardians I fought beside.
Looking like a real spaceman right now. The weird helmet. But I like the helmet. Oh, I didn't know CSGO went free to play. That's cool. Probably won't check it out though, until like my brother bugs me about it. But that's neither here nor there.
They took my light. I took their eyes. Welcome, Titan. I heard your approach.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, I need... Nope, not working on that. Nightmares defeated. Nightmares can be found in lost sectors.
Very well.
On EDZ, Titan, SSN, IO. I have another thing that wants me... Complete daily bounties. Turn those on later. Complete a lost sector in the EDZ.
Victory invites defeat, Titan.
So,
You know
off to
this.
the EDZ. I mean, what the hell is... Oh, it's the forges that I can click and just hop right on into. Okay, but there's 2 forges in this area. Why is it only giving us 1? Alright, that doesn't make a lot of sense. There's one down here in the Niobe Labs. Okay. Like building a PC on a budget? You definitely want to make sure all your parts match. Like, I think both of my brothers use Part Picker to, like, put in a rough estimate budget of what they're looking for. And they'll get opinions from other people who are running the same builds, so that you understand, like, what you're getting yourself into, like, the type of maintenance you're gonna need. I had my friend recommend parts for me after I gave him a budget. This was 3 years ago now. The most of the money that you'll spend are probably going to be on your CPU and your graphics card. I spent about $300 to $350, I think, because I got it on sale for my graphics card. It's a GeForce GTX 1070 FTW, or for the win, however that acronym is supposed to be pronounced for them. And I really enjoy it. It pretty much plays not every game, but like more than 50% of all the current games in like high settings. Minimum, you're gonna want like 8 gigs of RAM, which is not very expensive. And then I spent like 500 on my CPU. I went with, at the time, it was like one of the latest i5 Intel model cores. But I don't even think you need an i5 now, because they're new. Like the 7th generation i3s do what the previous generation i5s, which is what I have, does now. So like you'll save even more money, but like if you pick up an i5 core, like your computer's gonna last for a while, and then you just need to replace different parts as needed. So I bought the most expensive parts first. So like I saved up for those, and then like I put that money aside, because like if I needed it, I didn't want to buy them and then all of a sudden need that amount of cash towards other bills and stuff. Nice, so you already have your RAM. And it's running 4th gen i5. Yeah. 4th, I don't know what gen mine was. I think mine was 6th gen. I don't think the cores are all that expensive anymore, especially if you wait for different sales. The big one you want to just like constantly keep a lookout for is, I recommend getting a solid state drive. Definitely go for a terabyte. That way you have good backups. It has a fast read and write state, which is great for gaming and downloading the games. because they're always large files, and games take up a bunch of space, so starting with a terabyte for your internal memory is great. Unfortunately, a lot of the times people are trying to run the prices up on those, so Amazon will occasionally have them at like $400, $500, which is ridiculous because that's not really how much they're worth. You already have 2 terabyte hard drive. It's a good place. If you already have your 2 terabyte hard drive, you could get like a 150 gig solid state drive just for your processing speed for your like when you buy either like whatever you're running software, I think Windows. That way all of that is being handled on its own hard drive, and like it's always going to be really fast. But I bought the most expensive parts first so that I could then just budget every like once a month. I could pick like a different part or like a few parts because I would stay like within $100 to $200 a month. But like while I was budgeting, I didn't buy any games. So you start to fall behind on trying to keep up with some games while building your computer. But that really just depends on your budget, how much you're setting aside, and like what bills you have to cover. But I recommend Newegg. Newegg is really good about getting you good deals and like the parts to you in a really fair amount of time. And if there's anything wrong, like their return policy is great. Just be sure you keep all of your digital receipts as well as the original packaging. I've never had any issues with any of the parts that they've sold me. And then, like since I built my computer 3 years ago, like I haven't had to replace anything yet. The game still runs everything great. Like Destiny runs great on high settings. It's currently not running in 4K, but that's only because I don't have a 4K monitor yet. They're expensive, and I'm not too worried about having a 4K monitor. Oh, you haven't bought a game since February? Man, you've been saving money for a while. Yeah, it's really not necessary, and like if you don't need 4K, you don't need the latest graphics card. Like my 1070 is probably as high as anyone really needs to go right now, unless like a newer model has come out. You probably don't even need to go that high. Which percentage did that get me? That got me no percentage. Nightmares can be found in lost sectors on the EDZ, Titan, Nessus, and Io. I just did a lost sector in the EDZ, but it wasn't a nightmare. Where do I have to go to fight nightmares? The sludge, maybe? Let's head over there. Yeah, I mean, the 1080p TV will do it. Especially if it has like a decent refresh rate, which it probably does.
Picking up some aberrations in reality. We both know what that means.
Because I mean, like, what is it? Destiny came out, and then I built my computer. That was the first time I built my computer, was when Destiny 2 came out. And it handles pretty much the game in high settings at 60 frames per second or higher. Like I can go higher than 60 frames per second, but I don't need to. Nice. Yeah, so your TV can handle everything that you need it to, which means you don't have to like break the bank on your graphics card. Um, my friend did recommend liquid cooling, so like I do have what is it, like 3 fans that came with my case, and then I bought liquid cooling, which keeps the CPU cold, which has like its own fan that vents it out of the top of the case. But that doesn't cost much, it's like 30 bucks. I like it just to be sure because the room I'm currently in gets pretty hot when the computer's running. But the computer is not hot. Like I can put my hand on the computer and it's still cold metal in class, which is nice. Yeah, Cyber Monday is a good one. You'll find different parts, not always the ones you're looking for, but I wouldn't always necessarily just wait for Cyber Monday because they're only gonna put like specific things on sale, and you have to be on your computer like hours before with some of those items just already in your cart. That way the second you see like that sale pop up, it's already part of your cart and you just finish the checkout process, because a lot of people use weird checkout programs to buy those in bulk so that they can scavenge the parts for more money because they have them. So they build this stupid need, which is super messed up. Oh, is that it? We killed the nightmare that quickly? That's kind of weird, right? Did that count? That didn't count! I don't understand. Newegg is great. I think Amazon will occasionally price match. So, like, favorite the ones you're interested on, like, both websites, and then, like, swap between the two. There's this great add-on that I've downloaded for Chrome, which will let me know, like, all of the different sale prices. It's called Honey, like Honey, and it'll tell me like all of the different deals that have fluctuated on Amazon for different parts. So that's how, because like right now I've set aside like about $300 because I want to expand the memory, like my hard drive memory on my desktop, because I need more space. Because like I have a nice external terabyte hard drive, but I would like to have a terabyte solid state drive, but I don't want to pay $500 for it. And then using Honey, I saw that it went on sale for as low as $250. So like I'm waiting for it to go on sale again so I can throw it in my cart and buy it, because that is a good deal for a terabyte of space on a solid state drive. Because knowing that it can be sold at that low of a price, there's no reason that I should spend $500 on a terabyte when I don't spend $500 for an external hard drive for 2 terabytes of space. It doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm going on the internet and looking up if this mission is bugged, because I'm not making any progress. Alright, where to farm EDZ Nightmares in Destiny 2. Sweet. Thank you. Where am I going? Frost lens for the Widow Walk. Okay. Destiny. No, map. Trust lens is here. Widow's Walk is the back left corner. Okay. And then if you're looking into specifications or hints, or not hints, but like tips for like if you're going into AMD or Intel, I don't have a lot of experience there. I went with Intel just because all of my laptops since high school have been running that. So I kept with the same stuff because I already sort of know how that stuff works. But not really. It's just like basic amateur look up on the internet stuff. Nothing special. The motherboard's not that expensive. You just have to make sure your CPU is the right pin number. Not pin number, but like you have to make sure your motherboard has the correct pins to match the pins for your chip. If you don't, they won't go together and it won't. That's where Parts Picker will come in handy because that'll also help you know if those are compatible parts. Yeah, so, see, same. So, you're probably looking into like 6th and 7th generation Intel Core processors. The 6th generations are probably the ones that they're going to try to sell most people during Black Friday and any like upcoming deals. 7th gen came out this past few months, I think, like in February or March. That's when the Intel 7s came out. They've been out long enough that there should be a lot of troubleshooting on the internet. So like if that's the route that you go, like you will find, or you should find, a decent amount of support online to assist you with any weird problems that come up. But I've never run into any weird issues like that. The most I've had to go into was figuring out how to get back into my BIOS after I installed my Windows because it boots up too quickly. So I have to turn the computer on, go into a specific setting, let it know that I'm trying to boot it up in safe mode so that it gives me the option to load up into BIOS if I need to check or change any settings on anything. But I mean, like, that's not really a problem. It's just like a weird thing happens just because the computer just boots up too quickly. I want to finish you. You might kill me, but I want to finish you. Oh, gimme! Yeah, punch him in the face. And I'm already done with this quest step. Let's go! Cleaned Essence of Pride. Back to the moon. Here it is. To get our last piece of gear. Medium? Medium is a good place to start. Unless you're looking for... You want to build, like, the biggest rig with like all of the fans and cooling systems because you're gonna throw in like 16 gigs of RAM. but medium should do it. But also check motherboard, because like once you pick your case size, you kind of do sort of narrow your choices down in the motherboard department. So like take a look at the motherboards you're interested in, find like matching CPUs, and then like check to see what size it recommends the case to be for all those motherboards. And then if you see like a pattern that like, oh, all of my motherboards are going to be medium, then the medium case is where I'm going to be. Like pick your most favorite ones, or the ones that you're looking at and thinking of buying the most, throw those into parts picker, and you're probably going to be good to go. And then, of course, for much later, once you start putting your computer together, be sure to de-static your hands. Your body has its own electrical charge. So like dryer sheets are a good way to hold in your hand to get rid of, to discharge any extra static before you put your, you touch your motherboard and CPU when you're putting those together. Like you want to not have any extra electrical charge, because you don't know what it'll do to all of the small processors on your chip. The pyramid awaits quest step. I got my helmet.
That is not my motive. I will not give in to the pyramid's tricks.
853. Let's go to the shotgun. 858.
Anyone else
50.
must be done.
About 829. Look at this spaceman helmet. It's ridiculous. With tusks on it.
This is madness. Veltar does not deserve this false remembrance.
You like the helmet? Yeah.
Ariana Puri was
What shaders
strongest
can I
and the
put on
leader
this?
of our band. I miss her most of all.
Oh, but there's nothing that changes the visor color.
Oh, I wish there was an end to the constant bickering
I like that
of
one.
these phantoms.
Go retro spaceman. Make the
Banish
entire suit
yourselves.
super bright white. Alright, those are for weapons. I'm not worried about those.
No one else can
You
do
now
what
have the
must be
full
done.
set of Dream Bane armor. Return to Eris Morn to prepare for the final battle. Alright, Eris. Having some weird
My,
demons going
my.
on over here. What's going on?
Of all the things that haunt me, hesitation is not among them. Our world collapsed in pain and agony under the weight of these pyramids. What lies within? More of the same? It doesn't matter. We must know. The unknown can act as a siren that draws us in and swallows us whole. Please, do not let yourself be consumed.
The pyramid awaits. Oh, I can re-pull that armor so that it's at a higher level. Alright, I need boots and mark. This will cost me...
May it
Not that
prepare
much.
you.
No, it's fine. Ba-bam, whole set. Are these the same stat rolls?
Loud footsteps. Welcome, Titan.
Ability 7, ability
Please
6.
do
These
not
are not the
crowd
same
me.
stat rolls. The numbers are different. This one is a total of 46. This one had a total of 52. Okay, that's weird. The higher refresh rate monitor is up to you. Really depends on what you're currently running, what the output is on your computer. At 1080p, and if you're just gonna lock it at 60 frames per second, your refresh rate, you just want to have it match
Your path led you
your
here.
FPS.
Take the last step.
So like if you're looking for uncapped frame rate, you'll want like a much higher refresh rate, or else you'll have like weird stuttering issues.
It is as the Queen said.
But if you're just running your game at 60 frames per second and your TV currently has 60 frames or 60 hertz refresh rate, you should be fine. My favorite game, if we're talking about retro, it's Mega Man Battle Network. They came out on the Game Boy. You can buy them digitally now, all on the Wii U if you still have that, or if you've ever had that. Or you can download an emulator and play them. Capcom is not too against it,
You have returned.
because they are no longer making, at this moment, they're not making any Battle Network games, so they're not too worried about people downloading that and playing it. Because I do know a lot of streamers and a large
I
community
tire
that still
of trying
does
to convince others of my sanity.
emulated Battle Network matches, which is pretty cool. And then as of like right now, in the last few years, my favorite game is probably Catherine, which is a game from Atlas. It's like this weird puzzle game. I don't really know how else to describe it. It just came out with like a remaster version for it, which I
Zavala
did
send you,
pick up,
Titan?
but I haven't put any time into. But I probably will later this month, since it's like October, and it's a spooky game. So I don't know. Favorite game is also difficult, but I'm definitely gonna go with Catherine is my favorite game in the last few years. It's just a really unique experience, puzzle climber. And then for retro stuff, definitely Mega Man Battle Network.
It's here. It's
This
hunting me.
recommends 850. I'm now 853. Alright, cool. I should be fine. What about you? What's your current favorite game for retro and since I gave both descriptions, or for the last few years? Yeah, it's getting late. We are both on the East Coast because that is the current time of my current location. Where is this? Oh, it's right here. I had a sniper, didn't I? Oh well. Let's keep shooting with the assault rifle, actually. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out. Talking about computers and video games. Enjoyed it. Have a good night, and hope you have a good week.
Our fate lies ahead of us. That pyramid destroyed so many lives so long ago.
GTA Online, Unreal Tournament.
Getting inside
Rainbow Six Siege is
is
good fun.
paramount.
I
We
have
must
that
find
one.
something,
I play that occasionally.
anything to
That's a
help
lot of
us
fun.
prepare for their violent return. Remember to keep your wits about you. We do not know what tricks they may play within.
away from me, Thrall. Bunch of creeps.
It's happening again. Like it's reaching inside me.
Hold on, Null Bot. We'll stop the evil and we'll be okay. We can do this. Maybe.
The pyramid is waiting. It beckons us to come closer.
I don't like where this is going. Oh crap.
Violence, beauty, truth. These things await inside. There's no turning back now. Welcome. We've been waiting.
What do you mean we've been waiting? Ghost? You... Whatever's talking through my ghost, I need you to stop and leave my ghost alone.
You're so close now. Just a little further.
No, 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 no. Stop it. Oh, Jesus. This is really happening right now? So if you want to go blow for blow with supers, let's go.
The Red War saw so many lives lost. Saw the light taken away so easily. In light, there is only weakness.
I mean, there's not. Have you met Satan 14? Would all paths have led here? Huh. He won't let me wander. He very uniquely just toying with me and pulling me further into this pyramid. Yeah, that's right, run.
The light abandoned Cade, left him for dead, and kept him from being saved.
Oh, we're back here. Come here, sword bearer. Give me this. So I don't have to down Crota, am I just... Come here. Give me that sword. Taking it to your bitch of a master. Get out of here. Banished you before, I'll banish you again.
One by one, Crota slaughtered many Guardians. The light stood by and did nothing. And a great disaster ensued. In light, there is only death. Come to us. Do not be afraid. Respite lies ahead.
Oh, oh,
You
God.
made it. We have heard your cries for help. And soon we will answer. Who are you? Don't you recognize us? We are not your friend. We are not your enemy. We are your salvation.
Alright, Eris, I have a new toy for you. Tell me what it does.
They are not our salvation. They're our destruction. This has been a manipulation from the very start. They know we're here. They know what we've found. The artifact you recovered may be tainted. After all, they wanted us to have it. But a treasure such as this is far too valuable to destroy. I must stay and study it with the utmost care. Whatever I discover, you will be the first to know. In the meantime, the nightmares continue to plague parts of our galaxy, leaving only suffering in their wake. If we ignore them, they fester and spread. How long before they reach the last city? How long before our friends become infected with this same torment? We will not let this come to pass. These nightmares must be kept at bay. Whatever it takes.
Spell Phantoms of Her Lost Fire Chain. Hunt nightmares at higher difficulties. Uncover the secrets of the moon's lost sectors. Find further nightmare essences spread across the moon. Gather fragments and choose essences from the Lectern of Enchantment. Cleansing defensive will give me a gun. Hand cannons, necromantic strand, and the Hole of Wisdom. And the memory of Sai Mota.
Always be prepared. It is yours.
Need to mess around with a hand cannon for a bit. Gonna equip you.
All shall be well.
Share my findings with the Vanguard. Or that one. That one. That one. That one.
Alright. Off to report back to the Vanguard. This just in.
Tell me your
Ghost is
news.
also changing
Did
into
Ikora
classes.
send you?
I'll be right back.
She worries.
Alright, Zavala.
Crota, Oryx, Gaul. The list of those who have tried to strip us of our light goes on and on. But this new threat, they will be like nothing we've faced before. I've often wondered about the collapse, about how it might have been different had Guardians been there. But I don't have to wait for them to come back to have my answer. It's already standing right in front of me. They claim to be our salvation. No, We will be theirs. Be brave.
Alright, Arkora. I'm back from the moon.
Was that? Those things. Our salvation. They drudge up our traumas. And for what? To distract us. Destroy us. We've spent too much time looking backwards at tragedies beyond our control. Towards the collapse. The Red War. Cayde. Enough. Our enemy lays themselves bare out of ego. But they underestimate the strength of Guardians. They want a fight. We will give it to them.
And I hit level 7. Woo!
It knows our wounds. It knows us.
You're doing great out there, Deborah. Thank you for everything.
Sun Warrior lasts twice as long. What the fuck is Sun Warrior?
I breathe easier knowing you and Eris are out there. My hidden are scattered and quiet. I need information.
Doing great out there, Deborah. Thank you for everything.
Ugh.
The nightmares will not relent. Neither can we.
Let's do the thing.
Now got my seasonal artifact, the Gate Lord's Eye.
What secrets have you uncovered?
Expires at the end of
The Lunar
season
Hive's
8.
nightmare
Oh,
rituals
so
will
these are not
continue.
permanent. That's
We
interesting.
cannot abide this.
Deep breaths.
Okay, right.
Yep. Chance there are any bears up here is big.
I have one unlock. I can reset with Glimmer Eye. Do I want Glimmer? Nah. Glimmer. Weapon parts. Glimmer. No, I don't want Glimmer. Let's go with destination materials.
We have battles to fight. I can wait.
And then in 40,000 XP, I get another unlock. Cool, 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 cool.
You have my full faith and trust, Guardian.
We're off to the moon.
You and Eris both.
Hey, they're highlighted. Nope, those are something else.
Carry the light with you.
Okay, lost sectors. There's one over here. There's one over there. There's one over there. And
What if
I've already
she-
done that one. So
Let go with you.
I'll have to do this one.
Eris is strong. She will be fine.